Yo, yeah. So that last video got cut off for some reason, but I just want to let y'all know that we have to. We're on our own, man. We're on our own as black men. I mean, ultimately, we already figured out that the black woman is not going to do nothing. I mean, as if it's the black woman is not going to fix the problem. She can't fix the problem because if she could fix the problem, she would have already done it with all the education and resources she got. She would have fixed the problem. But she's too busy spending up her money on nothing. She black men, we're the only ones that can fix the community, and you know, and I'm going to tell you why we're the only ones that can fix the community. Most black men are I would say most black men are minimalist because most of us have had to, live with little, you know. We always had to live with little. We've always had to survive, without having like vast amounts of resources dumped into us. So we're pretty much used to living without, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because it puts you in a better position than someone who's always had everything handed to them and been given to them. It's important that when you get some money that you don't waste it. You don't try to keep up with the Joneses. You don't try to aspire to be something that you're not. You don't try to aspire to be white or like white people in any kind of way. You don't do that, because this country is not for you, man. You have to build your own. You have to build up your own, man, and keep that within your community, man. Because your counterpart is not going to do that. She's not going to do that. She is too busy trying to be like that white woman. She's trying to straighten her hair out like that white woman, and she's trying to do everything she can to be like that white woman. She wants you to be like that white man, because this is the only world she knows. She wants you to take on this worldview that you don't need to take on. You need to maintain your minimalist attitude so you can survive in any kind of dark time or any kind of emergency situation. You know, you need to stock up your food and make sure that you're prepared for an emergency. I mean, as black men, we need to come together on that one so we can, you know, be prepared. We need to be prepared, you know. And being that you have been used to going without things, you're in the perfect position to get your money up. You're gonna save your money because you're not fucking used to all the fuckery and bullshit. You don't need it. What are we getting this stuff for? I mean, when I see a brother riding around with some rims on his car that don't belong on the car, that wasn't made for the car. Oh, can't go that way. No way. Highway is jammed. But when get when you're used to that lifestyle, you're good. You know, you're good because you've always been used to that. You don't need nothing else. You don't. All you need to be really thinking about is getting your let's see if I go this. All you need to really be thinking about is getting like your food stocks up. You need to be getting prepared. You need to make sure you have like boots and stuff. I mean, you need to make sure you have, bug out packs, where you could just leave. You need to make sure you have things stashed away. I mean, and put, I mean, I'm talking about outside your house. And as black men, what I want us to do is start living this minimalist lifestyle. I mean, as far as growing our own food and thinking about the future, uh, thinking about the future of our children, because this is something only we can do as men. I mean, the black woman, she can think about the future of her children, but it's going to be hard for her because she's going to be spending up her money on fuckery. It's going to be hard for her, hard as hell for her. She's going to be spending up her money on fucking fuckery. I mean, we're talking about billions of dollars that these women are wasting every year on bullshit. This is shit that black men can have. If the roles were reversed and black men were in those positions, in the position, and black men had all those billions of dollars, you know, we would probably be set. But black men don't really have that excuse either, because a lot of us are wasting money on bullshit. A lot of us are fucking spending money on Jordans. A lot of us are spending money on rims. We're trying to buy the next fancy fucking car so we can keep up with the fucking Joneses. I mean, who the fuck are the Joneses? You don't even know nobody named Jones, but you're trying to keep up with these motherfuckers. And that's something that we don't need to do. We don't need to keep up with them. What we need to do is uh what we need to do is live the minimalist lifestyle. Make sure that we're stocking up food. We can buy these, like, we can start our own storage unit companies. These storage units, and we can have these storage units, and these storage units will be used. These storage units could be easily converted into places where we can hold and stash our food supplies. Not only food supplies, but other kinds of supplies. You know, we have to stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, man. We have to leave this shit for them. This is their shit. Let them motherfuckers have it. It's not our job to fucking try to be like everybody else. We can build our own fucking society based on our own standards. It doesn't have to be based on white standards. We don't have to try to keep up with what everybody is doing. We don't have to go out there and buy the the Benzes and I mean, instead of buying the Benz, you can buy two pickup trucks. You can buy five fucking pickup trucks for the amount of money you're gonna spend on a Benz. Five used pickup trucks and sell them shits and make 50 fucking grand. Depending on which ones you buy. We gotta think smarter as black men. We cannot think like these other people, these other individuals. Let them have this shit, man. Do not become Americanized. Let them have this shit. If they feel like they want to keep up with the Joneses, I mean, that's good. That's camouflage for us. That's camouflage for us, because they could sit around and say, "Oh, these black people ain't shit." We're getting our cars, and we're getting the best cars, and we're getting the best houses, and we're getting the best shit. I mean, we don't need to live that life. Let them get the best shit. Let them get the best car. Let them get the best house. You know. But undercover, we're saving fucking massive amounts of money while they're trying to fucking secretly keep up with the Joneses. I mean, a lot of these white people are not don't do not. I mean, a lot of these white people and other people, they don't have they don't have the money that you think they have. They look like they have money, but a lot of them are on. I mean, they're a fucking one paycheck away from the fucking government coming in and taking their shit, or whoever they owe money to, fucking impounding their fucking cars, and banks coming in and foreclosing on their properties. Don't think that these people have more than you. You don't need to keep up with them. You know, they don't have more than you. You know, don't think that they do. Just because they might have a better job than you. I mean, their jobs are not secure. Your job is not fucking secure. Do not become corrupted, man. Do not try to keep up with these people. You don't need to live their lifestyle. We must create our a minimalist lifestyle, which is based on productivity and growing our own food. I mean, self-sufficiency and productivity. Self-sufficiency. Grow your own fucking food, man. Be self-sufficient, man. You know, that's something that we can be doing. Obviously, the black woman is not going to fucking do that shit. She's not going to do that, and she's not going to teach her son to do that. She's going to teach her son to go out into the world and try to keep up with white men and try to be like white men. That's all. That's the only thing she wants from you, motherfuckers. She wants you to be a thug. She wants you to be a thug, but she also wants you to keep up with white men. She wants you to maintain that thug attitude like you bucking the system on some bullshit. She wants you to buck the system, but at the same time operate within the system. See, a lot of these women have been exposed for their corruption. They are corrupt. And the only thing that they really care about is getting your resources. Don't be fooled by their fuckery. They want your fucking resources, man. They want your resources, man. Y'all gotta understand this, man. Shit, I mean, if they didn't want your resources, then, I mean, if they didn't want your resources, they wouldn't be fucking with drug dealers, you know? Where the hell am I going? Oh man, I done got on the wrong side of the highway. I guess I'm gonna have to go this way. But yeah, like I said, these women do not want these women do not uh these women have been exposed for their fuckery, and they're not going to do shit. Why would they fucking promote this shit? Why would they promote it? Why would they want you to fucking be like white men? Why would they want that? Why would they want you to go work in fucking corporate America? Why would they want that shit? Think about it. Why would they want such a thing? Instead of wanting you to be fucking self-sufficient and wanting you to fucking be and start your own fucking business. Tell me, why would someone want that for you? Why wouldn't they want you to be self-sufficient? Because they know that if you're self-sufficient, you know, if the black man is self-sufficient, ultimately they have to answer to you, and they will lose their fucking trinkets. Trust me. The fucking little bullshit that they're getting right now from white men that black men have fought for them to get, and now they're turning their fucking nose up at you like you ain't shit. They no longer need you, motherfuckers. Cause all the fucking black men who have fucking been fucking hung and shot and killed and fucking, fought fought in the military for their fucking rights. Now that they don't need black men no more, they want to fucking shit on motherfuckers and act like, oh, they did it all by themselves. This shit happened by fucking magic. This was magical. This was some magic shit that just happened, and they just woke up one day and now they're stepping into the fucking reality that they're independent. You know. But ultimately, as black men, we're the only one that's gonna do anything, man. We're the only one that's gonna do anything. See, they want you working for that white man, because they know that if you get out of line, they can call up your fucking job and get you fucking fired. If you're doing your own thing, if you're doing your own thing as a black man, they can't do shit to you. I mean, what the fuck can they do to you? If you running your own business, who they gonna call? Who can they get? How can they still have control over you? You know, basically, a lot of these women they have control over you. They're using the child support system to control y'all. They're using the free government assistance programs to fucking get over on y'all. They're using the Section 8 programs, to get free housing, to get basically free housing, while at the same time shitting on you motherfuckers. They're not building shit. They're not gonna build anything. They're not gonna do anything. How are they gonna build some shit? How? How is that gonna happen? you know, how are they gonna build anything? I mean, you see droves of black women getting out there. Do you foresee droves of black women getting out there in the fucking trenches? Hell no, it's not happening. But they must maintain control over you, because if uh if if you motherfuckers get your shit together, all these government programs go away. They go away. You know, if the black man gets his shit together, there's no need for all these government programs. Unless the fucking strong independent queen gets pregnant, of course she can take advantage of the system that's been set up. She can take advantage of that, but she must have that child. She must get that baby out of you. Black men need to know this early on in life so they won't get caught up in these traps. Black boys need to know this, especially black boys, because trust me, these women are going to start going after your boys. They're going to be going after your 18-year-old son, 16-year-old son, and they're going to be trying to get his seed. They're going to be 40, 30, 40 fucking years old, and they're going to start going after your 16-year-old son to get his fucking seed. Because the more black men wake up to this fucking reality, the less and less black men they're going to find available to them for them to take advantage of within the system. They cannot take advantage of the system without first getting fucking pregnant. There's no food stamps and WIC checks for their asses without that black man's seed. There's no fucking government handouts for their ass and fucking childcare and fucking Section 8 and all that other shit and affirmative action shit that they're getting without the fucking seed of the black man. That shit will go away when you motherfuckers get your shit together. So protect your fucking seed and protect the seeds of your son. Because the more of you, as these women get older and they start feeling, you know, when their fucking ovaries start fucking drying up, they're gonna be looking for motherfuckers to get. They're gonna be looking for that seed. They're gonna look for that fucking seed, and hopefully they're gonna find one of you that got your shit together. But if they can't find your shit together, they know that they can always fucking fall back on the government and get that check. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you, black man. Get that through your head. They don't give a damn about you. Because they can always fall back on the system that has been put in place. See, the system, you cannot really blame the system. You can only blame the person that takes advantage of the system. You cannot blame the system. The system has been put in place. The system has been put in place. Just like saying, oh, the CIA dumped billions of dollars in drugs into the black community. You cannot blame the CIA. You have to blame the people who are selling the drugs and taking advantage of the drug game. Because if anybody can come along and drop some drugs off in your community, it does not mean that you have to actually pick it up and sell it. And then it gets complicated, because then you have people who want that money that you've made. So then you have people who want to rob you and steal from you and kill you to get your shit. So then you have this whole epidemic of crime that's related to economics. It's related to economics. Men who want who need money. The vast majority of black crime is based on economics, at least from black male perspective. It's based on economics. If a man goes into the store and steals some shit, he's not stealing the shit because he has $10,000 fucking dollars in the bank and he can afford to buy it. Unless he's just a fucking klepto fucking maniac. But he's stealing that stuff because he's hungry. And he's going in the store and he's stealing that food, or he's stealing them clothes, or he's stealing whatever, so he can either feel better about himself as a person, or so that he can that he can sell those clothes to somebody else so he can get money. It's economic, man. The vast majority of black crime is economic. So we must attack the economics. We must live a different lifestyle. Do not go out there and commit any crimes. You have to find another way to get your economics, and one is to live a more simplistic lifestyle and stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. See, the black woman promotes this. They want the man who has the most money, the man who is most like the Joneses. They want the black man who has the most resources at his disposal, because ultimately they want those fucking resources. It's not like they just want you to have resources so you're not taking advantage of their resources. No, that's not the case. They want you to have those resources because obviously they want to take advantage of those resources. They want those resources for themselves. They want to know that you can raise a family and take care of a family. Take care of your children. That's obvious. So you can't say, I want a man that can take care of a family, and at the same time say, oh, I don't want a man for his resources. I don't want his resources. I don't need no man for his resources. That sounds pretty fucking backwards. Either you want a man for his fucking resources, or the resources or the shit that he can provide for a family. Obviously, you want him for his fucking resources. Stop fucking trying to twist up the words and try to I don't remember the term for it, but trying to front like it's not about the motherfucking resources when it actually is about the resources. That is what you want. That's what a girl wants, what a girl needs. All right, right. So let's please just keep it real. I mean, if you're a black woman, just keep it real. You want that fucking man's resources. But, ultimately, ultimately, you know, every black man and black child, black boy should know this before he gets old enough to fucking procreate. He needs to understand what he's going to be faced with, because the gene pool is about to dry up for the black woman. I mean, the gene pool is about to dry up for the average black woman anyway. There won't be any gene pool for her. The average black woman will not be able to, get the average black man's seed, because the government, because the society is not built for them, unless he just doesn't have the knowledge. He's just not educated on the shit that's going on out here. That's the only brother they're gonna be able to trick, or get their seed. I don't know these women's agenda. You can't just say all women have the fucked up agenda, but we got to say that the society that we live in is fucked up. I mean it. I mean it's basically set up for a man to fucking fail. You know, a woman could fucking sit around and say, women are emotional creatures, so you really cannot trust them to think logically. Women are emotional. They're emotional creatures. So as an emotional creature, they'll fucking switch up in a heartbeat. 1 minute they're down for you. You're the best thing since sliced bread, and then as soon as you fuck them over, they'll flip the fucking script on you in a fucking heartbeat. They'll do the negative thing before actually thinking about the consequences of that negative thing. They'll do the negative thing. They'll screw you over, and they'll say, then they're gonna blame it on you. I mean, and as a black man, ultimately, you're gonna have to take responsibility for it. You're gonna have to take responsibility. She can fuck up, she can have a baby anytime she fucking wants, and she's gonna get a check for that baby. You have a fucking baby, you're gonna receive a fucking a payment notice. When you have a baby, you receive a notice of payment. You receive a child support notice of payment. You receive fucking summonses to court. Please come to court. When does she receive those things? She don't receive that. You receive that. She received the notice to go to court, but that's so she can get money out of you. That's so the court can fucking set you up with a nice fucking bill. You get a bill and she gets a check in the mail. So black men need to think about that before they have a baby. Obviously, that's something that he's gonna need to think about. Are you not gonna think about that, black man? Are you not gonna think about that? Is that not going to cross your mind when and the fact is that a lot of black men are making mistakes because there's no other black men in their life that's going to put them up on the game. There are a lot of black boys out here running around aimlessly, and these black widow spider bitches are going to snatch him up, and they're going to snatch him up, and they're going to get him spun in their web. He's going to be caught up in the web. and they're gonna wrap him up, spin him around, get pregnant by him, and send his ass home with a check. They're gonna make sure they get your address, your name, your social security number. They want to meet your mother. They want all that shit because it's a nice setup. It's a nice cool setup. Nice little setup for you. Come here, I got something for you. Here you go, some paperwork. You've been served. You've been served. The black man gets served with some fucking paperwork when he pulls out his dick and fucks with the wrong female. He gets served with paperwork. The fucking wrong female could do whatever he wants. This is why I'm saying that the black man is going to be held responsible regardless. The black woman is not going to be held responsible. She's not going to be held responsible. You're going to be held responsible for your fuckery. You know? Then what are you going to do? Then what are you going to do, black man? Then you're going to be caught up in the system. Then that money and those resources that you could have been, put in the way towards something for something, for yourself is gonna be going to some child that most likely you did not want in the first place. A lot of these black men are not having sex so they can have a kid. They're not prepared to have a kid. They're not in a position to have a kid. Are y'all in a position to have a child? A lot of you. Are all of y'all in a position to have children? No. You're not in a position to have children. You're in a position to, you're not even in. Have you been to college yet? Have you, have you put yourself in a position to where you're, you have you have the financial resources to take care of a child? No, most of you don't have that. So, you know, it's very important that you not get caught up in the situations that you get caught up in. You know, don't get caught up. Don't get caught up with these women. They're gonna chew you up and spit you out. They're gonna feed you to the fucking white supremacist power structure. They're gonna feed you to those motherfuckers, man. They're going to feed you to them. And you know, and a lot of these women don't give a flying fuck what happens to you after they're done. After they're done feeding you to the white supremacist power structure, they're done with you. They don't give a flying fuck about you, especially if you did something stupid like cheated on them, or you decided that you wanted to fuck with this other bitch instead of them. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers have no loyalty to you. They're only loyal to you as long as you're in their lives, as long as you're sitting around, doing whatever it is that they want you to do. They're loyal to you then. But as soon as you cross them in any kind of way, as soon as you cross them in any kind of way, they're going to chew you up and spit you out. They're going to feed you to the fucking white supremacist power structure. And they're not going to give a flying fuck what they do to you. They're going to run down to the courthouse. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm talking about the black widow, black woman. There's different black women out there, but you need to be aware of the black widow. There's a black widow out there that you need to be aware of. She does exist. And her job is to fucking relieve you of your fucking wealth and resources. Or I mean, you have to assume all of them are the black widow, because obviously you're not going to try to figure out who is who. You're not going to try to figure out Which ones are the black widows and which ones are, are the good, decent black women. You're not gonna put yourself in that position to find out. You have to just assume that they're all on the bullshit. And be careful. They're all on the fuckery. You have to assume that they're all on fuckery. Shit, which one are you gonna put your life on the line? Are you gonna put you gonna fucking are you gonna get the check? Are you gonna be happy with that check that they're gonna send you in the mail? That paperwork? Are you gonna fucking be okay with the warrant for your fucking arrest? They're gonna keep you a lot of you gotta be aware of the Black Widow, man. She's gonna keep you around long enough for you to sign that paperwork. She's gonna say, sign this paperwork. Sign this birth certificate, black man. Sign this birth certificate, man. We need to sign this birth certificate. This is your baby. You love your baby, don't you? They're gonna get you all wrapped up in that baby. They're gonna make sure that you love that baby, that you care about that baby. Then they're gonna pull the fucking wool from under your eyes. Like I said, not all black women are on this shit, but who do you actually have time to figure out which ones are the good ones and which ones are the bad ones? Are you gonna put yourself at risk? Are you gonna put your sons at risk? You're not gonna put your sons up on game? You're not gonna tell your son what's going on out here? The system that has been put in place? These women do not have to take advantage of this system, but they choose to take advantage of it. They choose to take advantage of it. They make excuses why they have to take advantage of it, why they need to take advantage of it. I could understand if a woman is down and out and she has to take advantage of the system. She feels like she has to take advantage of it. I can understand that. But don't take advantage of it and just live off the system. Don't live off the system, okay? Take advantage of the system. Get your fucking education and and get on with your life. Raise your kids properly and make sure that they don't make the same exact mistake that you did. You know? But a lot of these women are not doing that. They're taking advantage of the system and they're not changing their lives. They're not they get their college degree and then they fucking they act like they never received any kind of assistance in their lives. Like I don't know what you motherfuckers are talking about as far as assistance goes. You know, this is what they pretend. This is what they're going to pretend. They're going to pretend like they don't know what the fuck you're talking about, that you're out of your fucking mind. And ultimately, they do not want anyone telling any man, waking up any men, because that means there's less men for them to actually run game on. This is why they're going to jump up and be like, and try to shit on you and try to shit on any black man who fucking wakes up their simps, their thugs, and their mangina males. They're in control of these men. They're in control of these men. They control these men through their fucking vaginas. This stuff was already written about. Back in, Elijah Muhammad, the honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote about this stuff. He broke all this stuff down already. It's already been broken down, so we could avoid these kinds of situations. These women want to get power over you through their vagina, and they're going to get it. They're going to get it if you allow them to do it. If you allow them to do it, they're going to get it. This goes for any man. It ain't just a black man problem. It's just unfortunately that if black men are dealing with black women, then they need to be aware of the women that they're going to be dealing with. And I mean, I mean, if you have to fucking test these women on their fuckery, you got to check them, find out where their head is at, find out what kind of shit they're on. You know, find out what kind of shit they're on. I mean, you have to listen to the shit that comes out of their mouth. If they already have kids, find out if they have their baby daddies on child support. That's something y'all need to figure out. Find out if their baby daddies, if they have their baby daddies on child support. Because guess what? If they got their baby daddies on child support, if you have a baby by them, you can pretty much guarantee that you're gonna be on the fucking child support system. Pretty much, it's pretty much a wrap for you. If you get one of these chicks pregnant, you think, oh, you're gonna get lucky. Oh yeah, she gonna not gonna put you on child support, but she got all her other baby daddies on child support. Don't mess with no damn single mother. I mean, if you're gonna mess with one, you better be fucking ultra careful. You better bring the condoms. Don't let her supply no condoms for you. That would be silly as a motherfucker. You mean you tell me you're gonna let her? You gonna let her say, "Oh yeah, I got condoms at my house. I got condoms. Don't worry about it. I got condoms. I got condoms." This is something you need to be educating your sons on. Listen to the words that come out of their mouth. If they're combative, if they sit around all day gossiping with their girls all day long, these women love drama. You don't need to be messing with these women. They love drama. Are you gonna mess with these kind of women? Are you gonna put yourself at risk? I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Can you not break down what's gonna happen in these situations? Can you not break down what's gonna happen? I'm telling you what they're. You have to be very careful as a man. When you walk out on the street, you're gonna see a woman. She's gonna be dressed like a straight and total whore. She's gonna be dressed like a fucking whore because really she's a different kind of whore. She's not the same kind of whore that you're used to. She's not the whore that's standing out on the street hanging I mean selling her body. She sells her body in a different way. She's still a whore, but she's selling her body in a different way. She's selling her body to get a fucking check. You know, got to be aware. Not all of them are on this shit. A lot of them are not on this shit, but you still have to be aware that some of them are, and some of them are not on this shit yet. Some of them are not on this shit just yet. They haven't had their fucking heart broken by some silly ass fucking black man who can't keep his dick in his pants. They're not on this shit yet, but they soon, very soon will be. Because one, black women hate each other. They hate each other. So they're not going to put their sisterhood up on game. They're going to fucking co-sign what their sisters do. They're gonna wait. They're not gonna tell their sisters not to do certain things. They're gonna wait until their fucking sisterhood fucks up, and then they're gonna come in and say, "Oh, girl, you don't need to put up with him. You need to get his ass for child support. You need to fucking put his ass on paperwork. You don't need to put up with that shit." Instead of fucking checking that bitch before she gets caught up in the situation, she's gonna wait until uh sorry she's gonna wait until after her girl gets caught up. She's gonna wait till after, because loves company. Misery loves company. They're not going to check their girls before they fuck up. A lot of them are gonna coax their girls into doing some fuckery. They're gonna see their girl down and out and shit, and they're gonna fucking coax them right into some fuckery. And nobody's gonna do anything about it. They're just gonna coax them right into some fuckery. Nobody's gonna do anything about it. They're gonna just be like, okay, well, want some fuckery. They're gonna say, hey girl, you need to go ahead and get him. You need to, I mean, a lot of these dusty black women, these jaded ass older black women, are coaxing their daughters into this shit. A lot of these older, fucking dusty ass black women, they're fucking coaxing their daughters into this shit. They're coaxing them. They're like, girl, you need to get him. I'm gonna save that for my other video, but basically, they're setting their daughters up for this shit. They're putting their daughters up on game, telling them how to fucking take advantage of the system, have as many babies as you can by different men. Hopefully, the more men, the better. That way, you can spread it out, spread them checks out. Hopefully, you'll get them checks. Hopefully, you'll at least get 3 or 4 checks out these motherfuckers. And even if you can't get the check, the government will pick up the tab. The government will pick up the tab for you, baby girl. Don't worry. Do what your mama tell you. A lot of these older, jaded black women, and women in general, are doing the same shit. Or just basically coaxing their daughters into doing the shit, man. And basically, you make the system run. Sperm, without your sperm, they cannot do the fuckery shit that they're doing. They need your fucking sperm. Your sperm makes the whole shit work. The black man's sperm makes this shit go round. Stop giving these fucking bitches your sperm. They cannot collect government checks without your sperm first. Do not give these women your sperm. You better protect that motherfucker like it's fucking like telling you. You get one of these women pregnant, you better make sure you got the right one, baby. Cause if you get the wrong one, you are fucked. Or you might even get the right one, but if you fuck around and cheat on her or some dumb shit like that, she fucking turns on you and she will fucking break your fucking ass over the coals. She will try her best to fuck you over. And then she gonna blame you. The whole world is gonna blame you. Nobody's gonna blame this black woman for raking you over the coals and fucking you over. Nobody's gonna blame her. You're going to get blamed. You are going to get blamed. Nobody's gonna blame her. They're gonna fucking applaud her. She's gonna get a check for it too. They're gonna applaud what she's doing. They're gonna say, yeah, girl, you need to get him. You need to stay on his ass. The government is gonna applaud her. The government is gonna hand her over a fucking check, and she's gonna be walking around with her fucking head in the air like she's doing something. Like she's doing something great. She's sticking it to your ass. I'm telling you, black man, it's something y'all need to you need to put your sons up on this game that these bitches are running on you. Be careful, man. Do not. Anyway, on that note, we need to get our shit together, man. Take your image back, black man. On that note, I want to say peace.